Double dipping.
Welcome back to Double Dipping, the podcast so good that you're coming back for more. Today, with us, we have Kaden.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
No, I've been looking forward to this episode. It's gonna be a little bit different one. It's the first time that we're not just gonna be sitting here at the table.
Yes, yeah. I've brought my guitar, so I'm gonna play a couple songs.
I think that's gonna be awesome. And then you've also brought a unique dip.
I have, yeah. This is a peanut butter sauce that I use with dumplings. It has peanut butter, sesame oil, soy sauce, laogama, some hot sauce, and a little bit of vinegar. Yeah.
Nice. And also today we've strayed from usually just drinking water out of the mugs. And today we're trying the new spiced Coke. Those ads have been everywhere.
Yes, all over the place. Just all over my feed.
I was at the grocery store the other day and I saw the spiced Coke and I thought I'd give it a go because I've heard people compare it to Dr. Pepper.
Huh. Okay.
I've tried it, and why don't you give it a go?
Yeah. Yeah, I see where they're coming from with the Dr. Pepper thing, but it's a little bit, but not quite.
No, yeah, it doesn't. It's not quite the Dr. Pepper.
No.
I think it's more cherry Coke.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot more cherry coming through than there is in Dr. Pepper.
Because there is the cherry in Dr. Pepper, but it's just, I don't know. They didn't get all 23 flavors down. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah. No. I think this. I mean, I'm just looking at it. You can't really, see there. You're not gonna. Oh, it's pretty viscous. But it looks great. It smells great sitting here, and then we got the dumplings. That these also look. These will actually fall, but these look incredible.
Yes, got them from Lynn's. Shout out to Lynn's, downtown Antigonish, Main Street.
Downtown Antigonish.
Downtown Antigonish.
Yeah,
it's Main Street.
Yeah, we always say that my hometown, Fall River. We always say downtown Fall River, but it's just the only place in the town where there's anything.
Exactly.
But that's it's downtown. It's because it's just town really. Yeah. So Kaden, you're obviously you brought your guitar.
Yes, I did.
And you're gonna play music, but how did you get into playing music?
Well, when I went into grade, I think 7 was when I started. I had just moved to China. I had been in China for about a year at this point. When I first moved to China, I was supposed to go into a foreign national school,
mm-hmm.
which would have been taught in primarily English.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when we got there, the school was still kind of setting up, and we didn't end up in the foreign national school like I was supposed to. So I ended up getting put into just fully Chinese,
just
6th grade off the bat.
That had to have been a massive adjustment. Because where did you come from? Where were you before?
I was in Halifax.
That's got to be a huge adjustment.
It definitely was a huge adjustment. Going from, and I didn't speak Chinese at this point.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
that can have been great.
I spent a lot of 6th grade just kind of at the back of the class, just reading books. But in 7th grade, the foreign national school did get set up.
Nice. So
it was mostly in English, and I believe 7th grade is when I started playing guitar, if I'm not mistaken. It was just kind of something to do. I asked my mom one day, I was like, hey, can I get a guitar? And my mom was like, yeah, sure, he's going to get bored of it in a week.
Yeah.
But then I picked it up, and actually I did start playing quite a bit, and then within a month or so, my mom bought me a nice Yamaha. And it was something to do. It kept me... it was just really fun. I love music. I love playing. I love singing. So it just kind of grew into what I do mostly.
Yeah, because I've been to a bunch of your shows and they're great. You play a nice variety of things. A lot of stuff I just never heard of before, and a lot of just great music. Yeah, but there wasn't there was no music program or anything where you were just thinking you want to play.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking. I just kind of wanted to play. I hadn't really been all that into music prior. I had listened to a lot of music, but it wasn't anything that was super duper obsessed about it.
Mm-hmm.
Not like I am now. I know a bunch of stuff about music all the time. Just listening to music, it's just never off at the house. You can ask Leaf. It's constantly going. But No, I just kind of, at that point, I was very much like just a pop kind of kid. I was just kind of listening to a lot of pop music, and that's where I started with the guitar. I think the first song I learned to play on the guitar was probably Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, because I remember that that era was certainly like pop, like especially at that age, pop was like the thing everybody listened to, and I find like that's different today.
Yeah. It seems to be a lot more like rap music.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest rap fan. Like I'll listen to some stuff and I'll enjoy some stuff, but I
prefer a lot more like classical rap, like earlier rap. Like I like listening to like Wu-Tang and like Tupac sometimes, and Biggie, but I'm not super duper into like the trap stuff. It's not for me. Besides Logic. Logic does some trap. I don't mind Logic.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't really listen to many or any really. Like I'll have a few stuff, but the only like rap stuff that I would consistently listen to it's the stuff from like Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, so you were in Halifax and then you went to China. Why'd you go to China?
Well, my dad's from China, and I was born in China in Sichuan. And so my mom and dad had wanted to move back there for a little bit, and my mom had gotten a job. And they thought it would be a good experience for me and my brother, and it definitely was. I did appreciate living in China. Glad to be back here though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you did you move back here and then come to school here, or is your family like still in China? You're just coming to school
my
here?
family is still in China. My mom, dad, and brother are still living in China, and I came back here for school.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Why X? Was that just the one you picked? Or?
Well, my grandfather lives about 30 minutes away from here.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I have some family around, so it was a good choice.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool. Like, I know, like, there's people from all over who come here, and there's always some sort of familial connection. Like, I know, like, my parents went here. Like, that's one big thing for me, but I also have, like, my great aunts and uncles just live about, like, 30 minutes away from here in Shakopee.
Yeah.
So it's, like, there's just always so connections, and when you ask people, like, why they came back, so there's always that sort of connection for something going on.
No, exactly. And a lot of people also just kind of grew up in town.
Yeah.
Like Leaf.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't grow up in town, but
like he went to school in town. Yeah, there's a lot of that. No, because I know a bunch of people like in the physics program who they. Here at Double Dipping, we are not afraid of technical difficulties. Did you watch the first episode? The one with my roommate Will.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was like, we were in my room, and it was like in the dark. It was weird as shit. That one was full of technical difficulties. But this might be another one like that, because that time I was testing a new way to do the recording, and this time is also a new way to do the recording, because it's the phone camera mixed with the just the microphone audio syncing that, because I made a short film.
Yes.
And did you watch it or?
No, I nobody told me that you finished and put it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's on my YouTube now.
Well, I will definitely take a look at it.
But like that's the way I filmed all of that, and then I also filmed my dad an interview for the same film class.
Okay, nice.
And he, that's the way I did it for that. So I don't know what my phone's problem was there, but hopefully it doesn't do it again. And hopefully that doesn't keep happening, because it was about at the 10-minute mark from when, not for the podcast, but for when it was recording video.
Yeah.
But I will see. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But what were we saying? We were saying
I can't remember.
No, it was people from town, I think.
Yes. We're talking about people who are coming to X, and the people in town who just thought it was probably a good choice to come here.
Yeah. And then there's there's always people like they'll have some familial connection. Like I know so many people who like they have like I don't know, like grandfathers who like have like classrooms in Mulrooney named after them, or like, stuff like that. And yeah, and just as this episode is recorded 2 days ago, Brian Mulrooney died.
Yes.
that was crazy. And I think it was Thursday. Was it the day it was really cold? No, Thursday was the day it was warm.
It was the 29th.
Yeah. It was warm on Thursday.
It was warm on Thursday.
Because I remember I was coming in, and I was on my way over to... I was going into Mulroney, and I was looking up at the flags, and I saw, the flags are at half-mast, but they had taken the flags down because it was really windy the day before.
Yeah.
So there's only 3 flags up. There was the St. FX flag, the Nova Scotia flag, and the... I'm not sure what the appropriate term is, like the Aboriginal flag or the First Nations flag.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, the Nova Scotia flag and the St. FX flag were at half-mast. Not the other one, though. The Aboriginal flag was right up there at the top, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. I didn't know, I know nothing about Brian Marty, but I can't imagine that, I feel like maybe they should have popped her down. But who knows what he did? I don't. No.
I've had him compared to as Canada's Margaret Thatcher.
Oh boy.
So I'm not...
Yeah, maybe they were fine to keep it up there.
I think, yeah, possibly.
No, I didn't know anything about him. But I did know, when we got the, I just saw it come up. Well, actually, somebody posted in our group chat that he had died, and then somebody immediately responded with a GIF from The Wizard of Oz that was like, the witch is dead. And that was crazy, and we were wondering are we gonna not have school tomorrow, or what's the deal with Brian?
That would have been a bit much.
Yeah,
to skip school entirely.
But then we thought when the Queen died, we got half a day, so we're not getting anything for Brian Mulroney.
No, yeah,
that was pretty crazy. No, I can't.
Well, actually, maybe. I mean, he did pay for a building on campus.
That was what I was thinking. And then one of my friends mentioned there's that room in Mulroney that's an apartment for him on the 5th floor of Mulroney. You can't get from it to the regular elevator. Yeah. You have to go to the other one. I didn't even know it existed until the other day. But I wonder what's gonna come of that. Because it was meant to be a place for him to stay if he was here. He's not using that anymore.
Yeah, no, I guess not. I wonder, maybe they'll just start doing tours.
Tours would be cool. And they did open up the, because there's the replica of his office when he was Prime Minister.
Yes.
So that, have you ever been in there?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty interesting, because it's an exact replica, and it's nice, and they have the windows that look out as if you're looking from his office in Parliament Hill, and it's pretty cool. I went in there. My sister was down for they were doing tours and stuff for the school, and it was open during that, and it was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, because you can see in there when you're walking through the second floor.
Yeah. But then I don't know. It was it's an interesting thing to have, but it's also a weird thing to have.
Yeah. It's definitely just, dropped a little bit of cash and just got his name plastered all over everything.
Yeah. And then, because it's not just that, because everywhere in the building, there's a whole history of everything he did in politics. Yep. And then there's it's a little museum to him.
It's definitely a glorified version of it, anyway.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't know, but, well, he's dead. What are you gonna do?
No, exactly.
Yeah. No, it's been...
It's where almost all of our classes are.
Yeah.
Most of my classes are in Mulroney. If you're just a Bachelor of Arts student doing English, Soc, anthropology, most of your courses are in there.
Yeah. I know I had most of my math classes I've had in there. I've had so many my computer science classes are almost all in there, but I don't know. It's a really nice building.
Yeah. I mean I prefer some of the I don't love the architecture. It's a little bit too... There's a lot of glass. There's a lot of glass going on.
Glass, yeah. But I feel I like the classroom setups. They're pretty good. I know I have mobile app dev in like that room on the third floor that's like has all the tables and then all the like screens around the whole room and then like that.
Yeah. I haven't used one of those classrooms yet. I don't think anything that I would do would require one of those.
Yeah, I don't really think this mobile app dev class really requires it either, but it's kind of cool to be in there though. It's really interesting. Because like I do find like if you're not like it's weird because you'll sit at a table like just like this table and then like for example like your prof is like over there teaching and like talking, but then the slides are up over there.
So it's like, which way do you look?
So you're like, which way do I look? And the tables are tapered out like this. So you're actually angled away from the screen.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it's kind of messed up. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, it was a good idea, but they just didn't execute it properly.
Yeah. No, most of the classes that I have in Mulrooney are in those bigger, like, classrooms. Like 2030 and something. They're not great.
No, like... Yeah, it depends. I really like the big auditorium, though. Like... Well, no, not really. Like, there's good parts about it, but there's also bad parts about it. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just... It is what it is. I usually like having classes in the... You wouldn't have any class in there in the Physical Sciences Center.
No, none. I've been in the Physical Sciences Center twice.
It's pretty cool. I really like it because if you're ever in there again, you look at the floor. All the floor in the main entryway and then the stairwell going up, not going down, or a little bit going down. It's actually fossils.
Okay.
Through the whole thing, so you can look and you'll see like ancient little like shells and stuff. And
that is very cool. I never really paid all that much attention when I went in there.
Most of the floor is pitted from like salt water and stuff like that, just from like dragging it off in the winter. But there are places where you look and you're like, that's actually like that's a fossil.
That's
so
cool.
It's actually pretty cool. Yeah. No, it's a nice building and there's a lot of stuff to it, but
there's a lot of good study spaces. I think that's the only couple of times that I've been in there was looking for people when they were in there in the study spaces.
They does have some pretty good study spaces. They're pretty popular spots to go and study.
Yeah.
I'm pretty lucky. The physics crowd has a whole room downstairs. There's actually 2 rooms. One of them is for the second years and the other is for the third and fourth years. And it's a nice space. There's we have like desks and mini fridge, microwave table.
Nice.
It's a nice spot to have and to study, and we're definitely really lucky to have it. There's been departmental debate about the room, like within science, and it's like who really like owns this room, because technically it's supposed to be for summer research students to use, but it's saying it's always been physics, because physics just has an absurd amount of summer research students that aren't working in like labs. A lot of like chemistry or other things like that, they'll be like working in a lab, but physics they're not really. Like it's not a lot of experimental work, a lot of theoretical work.
Okay, yeah.
So you're not really doing experiments in the lab. So they'll, go to this room, but you can also, if you're in, third year physics, you can go to the department head and be like, hey, can I get a key to the tank? Because the tank's what we call it. And they're like, yeah, and you fill out the form, you go to security, they give you a key, and that's that. But then this year, they ran out of keys.
Oh.
And that became kind of like a thing that was like, there shouldn't be that many people in this room, like what's going on?
Yeah, if you run out of keys at that point, it's like maybe...
And so like they're trying to like keep it down and like not talk about it to that much, because like the other departments are like, wait, why don't we have access to a room like this?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh no,
we're giving fucking publicity to
I
it.
know, but I'm technically in computer science.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like I don't think the head of the physics department likes me.
Oh no.
No, like he's a nice guy, but I think he probably regretted his decision to let me get a key, because technically on my, like, if you look at all the data about me in physics, like on Cinephex's servers and stuff, I'm a physics student.
Yeah.
And I haven't made the official change to computer science, but that's just because I'm waiting on some course information. It's just annoying. But so there's just like weird technicalities going in place that people aren't very happy about. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you're still technically a physics student, so.
I'm a physics student who, over this past 2 semesters, has taken 1 physics class. So, yep.
Physics student who's not doing physics. Well, I think I'm in a horror literature course this semester for English, and last semester I was in a coffee house culture one, which was about 18th century coffee houses and conversation, which is very interesting. It's actually where I got my band name from. Not that I have a band, but I have finalized a band name.
That's nice.
Which is Penny College. And Penny College is, when we were talking about it, the coffee houses in 18th century England used to be called penny universities, and I just miswrote it in my notebook when I was doing my notes for class, and I went through and I was like, oh, Penny College, that's not what it's supposed to be. But that makes a really good band name.
I really like that. Penny College is great. Have you looked to put together a band, or?
So far, I have been just teaching people instruments so that I can eventually have a band at some point.
No, I know a couple guys who, I know a guy who plays, I think he plays bass and guitar. Mm-hmm. And I know another guy who's doing the drums.
Well, I need a drummer. I need a drummer very much.
Well, actually, I know 2 guys. Harry, he was on the podcast, actually. He's been learning the drums, but the drum kit that he's been learning on belongs to another one of my buddies, AJ.
Okay.
And they got it's not like a full drum kit. It's a digital drum kit. So, yeah. I mean, they just got to put on the headphones. But yeah, they've been learning the drums. So maybe something.
Yeah, I've been teaching Leaf how to play guitar, kind of, a little bit.
Nice.
And my buddy Connor, who's staying with us right now, also plays some bass and keyboard. So we've just kind of been fooling around a little bit and trying to do some stuff. But yeah, no, I am looking to try to put something together. Harry and AJ, did you say?
AJ, yeah.
AJ, I am coming for you.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get you in contact with them.
That would be great. Yeah, no, I did.
Because I think that'd be really cool. Because they toyed with the idea of making a band themselves, but it was just the 2 of them, and yeah.
Yeah.
And my other buddy Hudson, he's actually going to be, his episode should be next week.
Okay.
He plays guitar as well. Yeah. No, I think that could be
very cool.
Something could happen for that. That'd be good. So we stopped because we thought there was technical difficulties, and there wasn't. But we made also a preventative measure to make sure there aren't none. Now we're gonna get into the dipping part of double dipping. So you talked about it before.
Yes, the sauce. We got a peanut butter dumpling sauce. Inside is peanut butter, soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, laogama, and a little bit of vinegar, and yeah, a little bit of hot sauce as well. And that's what we got.
Why did you pick this sauce?
Well, it's I was trying to think of like a good sauce to do, and I was just really thinking about it. But a lot of the food that I make and a lot of the food that I eat is mostly just like Asian food or Chinese food. Mm-hmm. And so the other week I was eating dumplings and I was like, oh, this is actually a great sauce for the show, and it is one of my favorite sauces. It's also one of the only reasons I have peanut butter in the house. So, yeah.
No, that sounds great. Well, here's your fork because we don't have chopsticks.
No chopsticks.
But yeah, that is 2 dumplings. There we are.
All right.
So we'll give it a little dip there. Yeah. Well, that's really good. I like that a lot.
It came out better than I thought it was going to, not gonna lie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's really good. I really like I never thought that the flavors of like a spice and a peanut would like go together, but it does.
Yeah, no. A lot of Asian cooking uses like peanut sauces with like hot sauce. A lot of like Thai noodles do. A lot of there's a Chinese noodle called rogan mian, which is also like a peanut butter sauce noodle, and it's pretty good too.
Nice. No, I don't eat that many. I don't eat that much Asian food. Like I'll have. Like there's a Chinese food place in my hometown. It's called China Star, and we'll get it every once in a while, but it's not the highest quality of places.
Yeah.
So like every time I eat it, I usually get the shits. So it's not the best.
That's fair.
But no, I mean this is great. I really like. I'm gonna have another.
Yeah, the sauce is turned a little bit thick, but solid.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really good.
The rest of this is just going to be a mukbang video.
Yeah, we're just like this is like you just skip ahead, just like hit the right arrow key, and like
we're just eating.
This
now.
is what this is gonna be. Are you done your
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I could put some water in these.
Thank you kindly. This is like commercial break. No actual commercials. We are not endorsed by anybody right now.
Shit, I don't know who's I'm watching this.
It's all good.
I'm not gonna cut, like, none of this is getting cut out.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, like, this is staying in.
Awesome. I feel like I should be, like, doing tricks or something.
Is there anything you got going on that you want to promote? That's like...
I would have to check my calendar. I'm not entirely sure. I have a show coming up at Oak Manor sometime next month.
Yeah, because you got, or this month, right?
Yes, this month, I guess, because it is March. Yes. Thank you for the water. I'm not entirely sure when it is. I haven't actually gotten a contact about my own, but I've been asked to play with somebody else.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Cruz Wilson. He is the
That sounds familiar.
manager of the radio station.
Oh yes, he was playing at Candid with you.
Yes, he was playing at Candid.
We're not with you, but you were switching off.
Yeah. We did end up playing a little bit together at the end. It was,
yeah?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great show that night. That was great. I really like Candid.
Candid is a good spot, yeah.
I think in town that's like, if I'm going out, like that's my preferred place to go.
Probably.
Like, 'cause it's nice. I like their drinks. They have a little pool table in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too big. It's not too crazy.
I'm not a big fan of the crowded spaces, so I just kind of I go and hang out for a little bit, but once it gets too much,
it's the live music as well, because they usually always got live music on.
Yeah,
and that's
Gardner. Shout out to Gardner. Was at one of their shows last night, actually. A happy belated birthday to Rem and Joe as well, whose birthday it was.
Nice.
And that's why we were at the show. Gardner, great band. We got Magnus Lavillois, Landon Morris, who's the radio station manager last year, I believe. We also have Ty McCracken on drums and Lior Weinstein, I believe, on the bass. Brilliant bassist. Great band.
Yeah, I've heard them play a couple times now, actually. They're great.
Yeah.
I really like their stuff.
Landon is actually, I think, got me my first show in town. Because it was with Brent Collins, who was teaching the beginner guitar course at school.
Yeah.
And he did a musician showcase every week at Piper's. I want to say it was Piper's. It was Piper's. A musician showcase every week at Piper's, and Landon sent me his information and was like, "Hey, he's looking for someone to do this. you should message him. And then that was the first show I got, and then that led me to get a couple more shows. And Landon, honestly, I think most of the time when I come away from a conversation with Landon, I end up with a gig.
That's nice.
He's just a great guy.
That's always nice. Like, I'm not really involved a lot in like that sort of world where it's like getting shows and stuff like that. But it seems like a lot of it's based on, other people like extending their kindness and supporting each other. And stuff
it really
like
is. And honestly, like it's a very good community that we have around here in Antigonish, like for musicians. We got a lot of like very friendly people.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know like there's a lot of because it seems like there's sort of two music things going on in Antigonish. Like you have like the more like your DJ scene, and then you have your musician. Yes. Not that DJs aren't musicians. They'll get mad.
Yes, the kids, yeah.
But
DJs are musicians.
They certainly play the music.
I mean, it does take something to mix the music. Like that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not good at mixing music at all. So
you do need to have an ear for it.
Yeah.
Because like I've certainly sat down and I've tried to like see like, oh, can I put these things together? And I'll sit down and be like, nope, can't do it.
I just have no interest in going to watch someone's like.
Yeah, like if you make it and put it out, like maybe I'll listen to it, but like I'm not gonna go and.
Yeah.
But I know it's a lot of people like it, so.
No hate to DJs.
No.
Just not my thing.
Yeah. No, it's all right, but that's probably why I don't really go to Piper's often. Like I think
that's fair.
Last time we were there, Halloween.
That's right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, it would have been Halloween. Like that was a while ago.
I don't know. Piper's doesn't have live music all that much. They have the DJs. Every once in a while, they have Gasper. Again, Ty is in that band.
Nice.
But as far as live, pretty much Gasper. They have Brent's band, which I'm not entirely sure what the name is, unfortunately. But yeah, no, they have live music sometimes, but not very often. I think they actually have Wygo come in every once in a while.
Wygo. I don't think I've heard of them.
They're pretty popular around. They're from New Glasgow, I want to say.
Okay.
They're pretty good. They're like they're a rock band. They're pretty awesome. They're
Nice. No, there's certainly a lot of really good bands in town, and I think it's really fun that you can listen to live music like that. And I think that's sort of what's great about a small town sometimes is I know like if you're going to the city, my dad was actually talking about this the other day. I forget who he was talking. No, it was last Wednesday, and we were in the city. I was getting new ski boots because my old ski boots were like 5 years old and they were restricting the blood flow to my feet, which is not usually a good thing.
No, probably not.
Yeah, so I was getting new ski boots, and as I'm getting my ski boots fitted, my dad starts talking to the guy, and he was saying like that this buddy is from Seattle, and he grew up in Seattle when Seattle was like small, before it is how it is now, and it's like, and he's like, yeah, like Halifax is like similar. It's got like it's on the water and you can always go and you can find like small places with like live music. And my dad was like, he's like, that's what I love about Halifax is like it's one of the few like major cities in Canada that you can actually go and always find some live music at a bar.
Well, like Halifax used to be essentially just a second Seattle, because the
just
music scene
on the other side of the continent.
Yeah, but like it's just because like the music scene was very similar, and Halifax used to have a really, really big music scene. It still has a good music scene, but it's not quite as like big as it was. Yeah,
I found like probably like the places that that like not older people, because that's not very nice, but like my dad would go, like he'd frequent like the lower deck or places like that are just like more frequently you'd see places like that.
Yeah,
because like in a lot of other places you'll get live music, but then it's more of the novelty and not the norm.
Yeah,
but I like it how like here places like Candid or even places in Halifax, it's just the norm.
Yeah, I was at Halifax over Reading Week for a few days, and we went to Beerley's. which does a lot of like live blues, and me, Leaf, and Connor are all big fans of the blues.
Yeah.
So it was a very fun time. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. I haven't been to many places in Halifax, but it's always like I always prefer the live music. Yeah, it's always good. Man, I keep going back to these because like these are good, and I also now realize this is actually the only thing I've eaten today, but this is great.
Honestly, the dumplings, I was not expecting these dumplings, but these were honestly better than what I was expecting. I was expecting more like crescent shaped ones, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But these are really good. Like, they all look different. And there's no uniformity. It's just sort of done. Like, but I mean, they're great. Like, yeah. No, because I don't think I've ever had any of the Chinese food in town before.
No. Lynn's is good. The Moonlight is also good. They have a pretty good deals. Like they have like 4 options like that are their daily specials.
Nice.
And they range from like $10 to like $14, and they're all pretty good.
That's pretty reasonable. I found my favorite place, like if I'm gonna get food in town right now, my favorite place is La Piazza El Forno.
It's a good option, yeah, honestly.
Because I find like I went there and I was like, I'm gonna try the calzone because one of my friends, she was like, yeah, we ordered it, and it was like pretty cheap, and the calzone was like big, and you could pick 5 toppings, and I was like, well, it's like you've sold me.
I mean, yeah.
And it was phenomenal. And then I went, it was a Super Bowl night, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna order some food, and I was looking through, and I scrolled past the pizza, and I was like, there's like an absurd amount of stuff they sell.
Yeah, they honestly, they have great food. Their pizza is good. Like if you're going in for a slice, they have like pretty good slices. They have honestly like really great burgers and fries too.
So I got the fried chicken, and the chicken was good, but the fries is what took it away. Like
La Piazza El Forno has probably the best fries in town.
Like no, 100%. Like I don't know what it is about the fries. It's like they're like diner fries kind of. Like they're so good.
I know Leaf particularly is a big fan of the poutine.
I've never had their poutine. I will say my favorite poutine right now is the poutine from Meza.
That's
their chicken shawarma poutine.
Yeah.
That's something else.
It is very good. You can't beat the garlic sauce.
No, like the oh man, I don't know what they do to make that, but like they need to keep it secret because like that's
seriously, yeah.
Oh, incredible.
I remember like my mom one time I think tried to make it, and it when you try to make it yourself, it's just there's no way to get out just the intense garlic flavor from it because it's just like purely garlic.
Yeah, it's like they just took garlic and they just kind of like put it in like a pestle, and they just like kept doing this for like 4 hours, and that's it.
But they add something else to it to make it not just garlic, because otherwise it's just like it's such a strong garlic taste.
But like it's perfect.
No, it is.
But like because they're smart too, because I don't know if at this location, but in my hometown they sell it.
They do sell it here too. I think.
They?
Yeah.
Oh man, because like I also like I want to try their donair sauce as well, because I've had a lot of the donair sauces in town. El Forno's is all right. I think that's probably their weakest point is their donair.
I'm not really a big fan of like donair.
I wasn't either, because I lived here from 2007 to 2013. Not here. I say here as in the province. I lived just outside Halifax.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Calgary, and crazy in Calgary, garlic fingers aren't really a thing.
I'm pretty sure garlic fingers are like a Nova Scotia thing.
Which is, like, so disappointing. Because, like, dude, garlic fingers are so good.
Seriously.
Like, how does the rest of the world not realize a garlic finger is, like,
it's crazy.
The pinnacle of food?
I didn't realize that garlic fingers weren't a thing until, like, outside of Nova Scotia until very recently. I think it was, like, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And I want to say it was probably Julia who brought it up. And was like, yeah, no, garlic fingers don't exist outside of...
Which is crazy. Like, you can go to, like, the greatest pizza place in the world, like, go to somewhere, like, in Italy or, like, New York, and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get some pizza and some garlic fingers, and everybody's looking at you like, the hell's a garlic finger?
Is a garlic finger?
And you're like, You lied to me. This is the worst pizza place in the world. You need garlic fingers. Like,
You don't qualify for best pizza place in the world unless you have garlic fingers.
so like there's a very small. It's in Nova Scotia.
Only in Nova Scotia. Honestly, Acropole. In New Glasgow, Acropole pizza. It's my favorite pizza.
Really?
Yep.
I'll have to try it. I've never had it. But what was I saying? Donair sauce.
Yes.
I love the Wheels Donair sauce because I'm a fan of a thicker Donair sauce because the Wheels is thicker. Kenny's is like too. I was just there last night, and it's just like I didn't like the look of it. It looked too semen-y. Like it's the only way I could describe it. 'Cause it's
perfect.
The perfect
Yep.
description, and I'm just like, no, it's just no.
Couldn't comfortably put it on your food.
No. And then, yeah, but I want to, because, so, yes, Mezza does their Donair sauce.
Mezza.
So
Yes.
I want to try their Donair sauce. Let's just give it a go. Because the Mezza Donair sauce, I feel like, with the Piazzella Forno, that could be a good mix. I'll have to give it a try.
You really got me with that one.
I'll have to give it a try.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Honestly, the Waffle Bus is a pretty good Donair sauce too.
Oh, I've never had the Donair sauce at the
Yeah,
Waffle
the
Bus.
Waffle Bus has the Donair waffle, and it's probably one of my favorite things off the menu, besides the eggs Benny. But they have their Donair sauce is pretty solid.
I think I've only ever been to the Waffle Bus twice, and I mean I loved it both times because it's the Waffle Bus.
No, exactly.
But I had some sort of egg sandwich the first time. Can't remember what it was, but it was
Probably
great.
the Beast. That's like their most popular.
Yeah, it was the Beast. And then I had some sort of steak sandwich another time. That was great as well. And I'll have to hit up, this week I'll hit up the Waffle Bus.
Going for the Donair.
You know what, actually? No, because their hours are a little odd.
They're open until 4, I want to say.
Okay, because they deliver through not Nish Eats anymore. Choose Local now.
Okay.
And I think I'll order them. That'll be my supper tonight. Be a little bit of Waffle Bus.
Exactly.
Because that's, man, the Waffle Bus is great. Because Leaf, will you guys, like, I'm not going to dox you, actually. Leaf works at the Waffle Bus.
Leaf works at the Waffle Bus.
That's super cool. Working at I remember the first time I met Leaf, it was actually St. Patrick's Day. That was when we met as well.
Yes, everybody had their like green drinks.
And my hair was like all fucked.
Yep.
Yeah, and because that was when the Borgs were huge.
Yeah.
And everyone had like that was a crazy day.
Actually, almost a year now.
Yeah, it was literally almost a year. And I remember we went in, I was with the Waffle Bus, and Leaf came out and gave Julia her waffle, and then went back in, and then then we went around, and we went over to your place, and then I didn't realize that Leaf was the guy that had like gave you this waffle, and I was like, oh, no, I never had the Waffle Bus before, and Leaf was like, oh, I could have got you something while you were there. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I work at the Waffle Bus. I was like, oh shit, like that was you. That was a wild night. Because I remember at the end of that night, I left. That is the drunkest I've ever been in my entire life. And Kaden, when I tell you, I Google Maps my way to Main Street so I could get home. I didn't know where the fuck I was. I just was like, I opened my phone. I'm like, if I can get to Main Street, I'm good.
There we go.
But I did not know where we were. To the life of me, I don't know where we were. Like, even today. Like, couldn't have told you.
That's funny. No, I don't. I honestly don't know what I did on St. Patrick's Day. Like, it's not because I drank that. I just genuinely, it was we were just at the house. Did we even go anywhere?
Yeah, we went to shows? Maybe?
We did. Okay. Yeah. There we go. We went to
Somebody
to
threw up in the
Josh's
popcorn
house.
bowl.
We went to Josh's house. Okay, thank you. I remember.
You remember now? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know where I was.
I do know where you were. You were not that far off Main Street.
No, I wasn't. I remember it didn't take long. And I remember we took a shortcut and it was through the mud.
Yeah, it was through the mud. See, because it's, I think it's Church Street there. That's the one that's the Sobeys that goes up to the Moonlight there. Mm-hmm. And there's just a shortcut and goes to our buddy Josh's house. And that's where we were. Yep. Okay, now I remember.
Man, I can't place it for the life of me.
It's like behind the church there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Because I remember where I came onto Main Street. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... No, because I remember I got home at 11:30. Because I was destroyed when I got back to McIsaac at 11:30. And my roommate and his girlfriend at the time, they're like, "What are you doing? You're home early." And I was just like, "I had a great time." Oh my god.
I think... Yeah, no, I ended up going home probably around... probably a little bit earlier. Yeah, I went home with a couple of friends who were just... I hadn't had that much to drink.
Yeah.
So I was just...
No, the Borgs were...
The Borgs were going.
I lost my Borg. I left my Borg at that house. And it just was gone.
I think Leaf has a collection of Borgs hanging up in the closet.
I remember looking through them, seeing if mine was in there, and it wasn't. I was pretty disappointed.
That's unfortunate.
Because it was... We all... we named them all. Because that was one of the fun things about the Borgs. But mine was Green, so the first name was Rachel Green. We're like friends. Mm-hmm. And then I renamed it later. Because my drunken self had the better idea, which was the Mighty Borg Power Rangers.
Yeah, no, that is better.
And no, like it is much better. But man, I wish I still had that. But that is long gone. Like, God knows where that was.
And what was even... It was like vodka, water, and Pedialyte? Like, was that what it was?
Yeah, so like in mine it was 50% water. And then it was green Gatorade. Some of the like... like the little powders you put in, like the like for hydration, and then there was lime soda, and like it was just bad choices all around.
It wasn't the point of it to like you can drink all that and then not have a hangover.
They lied.
They lied. Nothing about that makes sense.
They lied so much. I threw up an insane amount. Like, I was surprised it wasn't green, to be honest. It was wild. Because I remember we tried to get green food coloring, but we were stupid, and we did it. We went shopping for it, like, literally on St. Patrick's Day.
Not gonna find green food coloring on St. Patrick's Day.
Like, you need to buy it now. Like, what, today's the 2nd? You need to buy it today if you were getting green food coloring. Oh my god, that was such a crazy...
What day is St. Patrick's Day?
It's the 17th.
Okay.
Oh no, because it's my half birthday. It's always pretty cool. What a crazy night.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we've had many other too crazy nights since then. Like, I'm trying to think.
St. Patrick's Day? I don't know. My January, February, March. My birthday was after St. Patrick's Day. And then then we went on. Me and Leaf went on a trip me, Leaf, and Julia went on a trip over the summer.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we went to Toronto, and we went to Montreal and Toronto, and we went to see Les Tigers, which is Kathleen Hanna's band. And Kathleen Hanna, if I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she was the lead singer of Bikini Kill, okay, which is also a very fun, big Riot Girl band, was a big part of the movement. And it was the first time that she had played, I think, with that band in 15 years, and she contracted Lyme disease.
Oh shit!
So it was very good to go and see them perform. It was a really great time. And then we also went to go see Hobo Johnson in Toronto, which was also awesome.
No, Julia was talking about that trip, and it seemed like it was a lot of fun.
It definitely was, yeah. Lots of camping.
Yeah. No, I've done the, when I was younger, my parents, and my mom's parents, we went and we did a little trip across Alberta, in my grandparents' motorhome. And so there was a lot of camping, and it was a lot of fun, but camping can be chaotic.
Yeah.
And I remember we were actually camping on my mom's birthday, because it was in the summer. My mom's birthday is the 11th of July. And I remember we had to stop somewhere, and we were stopped there for a long time because the bathroom tank on the motorhome was full.
Yeah.
So we had to get it emptied, and something else happened, and the power wasn't working, and
oh no.
so then my mom made up a song that was how old was she? Would have been 37. Yeah, I turned 37 today. Powers, no, shitters full, powers gone away. And that was what it was.
That's funny.
And man, it was a fun trip. We just drove all over, and yeah, camping can be a lot of fun. I haven't been camping in a long time.
I got my fair share of camping over last summer. Yeah, we camped on most of the places that we went. We were gone for 10 days, and we had a hotel in Montreal and we had a hotel in Toronto. But outside of that, we were camping most of the nights, besides when we visited Josh.
Right, yeah, Julie mentioned that you stayed with Josh.
Yeah, we made pizzas, and he had like an outdoor pizza oven.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was very, very good looking pizzas.
An outdoor pizza oven doesn't seem like it's something that's too difficult to...
No,
it just seems like it's a space thing.
It's pretty similar to just like a barbecue looking thing. It's not...
Yeah. I think a pizza oven would be such a cool thing to have.
We were like at Rossi's one day, and there was just one there, and he was like, "You want to go splits on a pizza oven?" It was like $400.
I don't think you got the cash to just be dropping on a
like
$400 pizza oven. Like, incredible idea. Like, I have a barbecue. It's just off screen over there. That's my dad's. Like, I did not spend money on that. Like, we live on a lake, just outside Halifax, and he loves to take that barbecue down and like do up hot dogs down by the lake in the summer.
Yeah.
But, you know, when the dock's not in, I get this here, and I love to barbecue now. Like, I've gotten really good at cooking a steak, and it's just like, I don't know, it feels so like stereotypically masculine of me to be like, yeah, I like cooking, I like grilling my steak, but it's a lot of fun. Like, and it's like surprisingly just a lot of fun.
Now the question is, do you use propane?
I do use propane.
Sorry.
I do use propane. Man, it's my buddy Dylan. He was here last night with a whole bunch of other people, but his dad, they're from Newfoundland, but his dad hunts moose. So he had some moose sausage.
Oh, nice.
And we did that up on the barbecue last night, and it is really good.
Yeah.
Like, if you had, like, it's very similar to a beef, but it's just like, I don't know, it's a little breakfast sausagey taste to it, but there hasn't really been much like actually done to it. It's, I don't know, it's really good. If you ever get the chance, I don't know where you get the chance to have a moose sausage, but if you ever get the chance, give it a go.
Yep, I will go for the moose sausage if I ever get the chance.
It's really good. Man, I think we should get into doing some of your music.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna play like 2 songs probably. This first one is a sort of a traditional song. It's called "In the Pines." It's done by Lead Belly, Dave Van Ronk, and probably one of the most famous ones is also by Nirvana. But yeah, this is "In the Pines." Shines and you shiver when the cold wind blows. The longest train I ever saw went down the Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock and the cab passed by. My girl, my said he thrown his watch away. A long steel rail and a short cross tie. I'm on my way back home. In the pines where the sun never shines, you shiver the whole night through. The longest train I ever did see went down the Georgia line. Little girl, what have I done that makes you treat me so? You cause me to weep and you cause me to moan. You cause me to leave my home. Little girl, why did you leave and break my heart in two? You left me here to weep and moan. You left me alone and blue. In the pines where the sun never shines, I shiver the whole night through. You left me there to weep and moan. You left me alone and blue. So yeah, that was In the Pines. That's a traditional song. And up next, I'm gonna probably do an original song here, as requested by Carson.
Yeah, you pop in here for a sec. You played this once at it was Oak Manor,
Yes.
and I don't know, I really liked it. I think it was my favorite song that you played that night.
Well, thank you.
It
I
was
appreciate it.
it was really good. I really liked this one, so I hope everyone else really likes it too.
Yeah, I hope so too. This song is called "Walk on Me." Yeah,
That's great.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do without you. Not sure what this is about. Don't know what to do since you moved out. You took your things and you went away. But I guess that I should have known. I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean a thing to you. I was something on the bottom of your shoe. You walked all over me. I'd always pay the bills. You said next time I will. And I was fine like that for a while. You know I didn't mind. Just wanted you to be a bit more kind. But I guess that was too much to ask of you. Now I can't take it. I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean a thing to you. I was something on the bottom of your shoe. You walked all something on the bottom of your shoe. You walked all over me. You walked all over me. I guess I should have seen that I was way too good to you. I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean a thing to you. I was something on the bottom of your shoe. You walked all over me. Yeah, that was a Walk on Me.
And I love that song.
Thank you.
That's an incredible one. I think that'll be the end of this episode, man. But
Thank you so much for having me.
no, it was great to have you. I think I try to scale the dips, and Jacqueline's not gonna be very happy with me. I think this one does take the cake. The dumplings, we didn't do the dumplings, we didn't make the dumplings, we got the dumplings, but the sauce and just the mix of them it's really good. So I think
Thank you.
you're up there at the top now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was really great to have you on.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. This has been great.
No, it was a lot of fun.
Double dipping.